Welcome back to Gedgehammer Reviews. As you all know, I'm Ash. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's coming to the cinemas this week, and I thought there was no better time to revisit the original trilogy than this time. We are right there. Before Tom Holland, before Andrew Garfield, there was Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi. These films help prove that these types of movies, this heart, the emotion, the blockbuster all at once, it can still be done. But there's one simple question. Should you rewatch all of this before Brand New Day? I think absolutely. What have you got to lose? Let's get into it. So we start with Spider-Man, okay, and this feels like a lightning in a bottle, okay? Looking back at this now, it's hard to imagine a world before superhero movies dominated our cinemas. You know, we didn't know that this could happen. We didn't know that we would be where we are today without the likes of this film. He's not the funniest Spider-Man, he's not the coolest Spider-Man, but he nails Peter Parker for me. You believe everything that he struggles through. The origin story is paced perfectly. We get enough time with Peter before he becomes Spider-Man. You've got the Uncle Ben incident and with great power and all of these things sort of build up the film nicely. Willem Dafoe, he steals this movie in my opinion. He becomes that character. His performance is completely committed at every stage. He's menacing, funny, he's unpredictable. Some of the CGI obviously hasn't aged particularly well, and Mary Jane could have been done with better writing, but we've seen that in future movies. Even after more than 20 years, this remains a great superhero origin story, and I think it's got to be a 4 for what it's done, and for what it's given to cinema and to comic book movies. We arrive at Spider-Man 2 at this point, and for me, this is still one of the greatest superhero films ever made. Everything is better from the first movie. Peter's struggles, they now feel real. He's trying to hold down a job, pay rent, maintain friendships, save New York, all of this at the same time. It just makes him more relatable. He's just a guy trying to do his best. Alfred Molina is one of Marvel's greatest villain performances here. He's not evil for evil's sake, it's tragic, he's intelligent, he's sympathetic. The action is incredible. We've got the hospital sequence, we've got the train fight, which remains one of the greatest action scenes in comic book history. Watching Spider-Man stop that train before collapsing into the passenger's arms, it really does make that scene very emotional. It's memorable. We've got Aunt May's speech about how perfectly Spider-Man is part of this world. The pacing's great, the performances are excellent, and it leaves you completely satisfied whilst also wanting to see more. And I struggle to find any major flaws with this movie. I think it's great. So it's 5. Absolutely a 5 out of 5 for me. But unfortunately, I think the third was just a step too far. It goes way too far. It's definitely the weakest in the trilogy, absolutely. But I don't think it's as bad as we think. But it's not great. And I think the biggest issue is that it's trying to tell too many stories at once. We've got Sandman, Venom, Harry Osborn. All of this, they're all fighting for Mary Jane. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. Thomas Hayden Church really brings emotion to the Sandman, making him one of the better villains within the film. Harry's redemption arc, it is satisfying, but Venom is so disappointing, especially now having seen what we've seen. It doesn't get enough time to make the impact that he deserves. And obviously, the elephant in the room, Peter Parker's dancing scene. I mean, I don't know what they thought was going on there. It's not a bad film, it's just overstuffed, I think. I think there are emotional moments, there is exciting action, and there is a heartfelt ending, but it was just trying to do too much, and I can see why it didn't get a 4th film. But looking back over it, I think what impresses me the most, it's not the web swinging or the action, it's the heart that these movies had. Sam Raimi really understood that Spider-Man isn't here because of his powers. He's special because of Peter Parker. That's what it is. These films laid the foundation for what we know and what we have today. And I don't think that many of the films that we have today would be there without these movies. So yes, absolutely, go back and watch them before Brand New Day. It's an easy watch. It's still a fantastic set of 3 movies. Number 2, still an absolute masterpiece. 3 definitely stumbles, but it is enjoyable. So get amongst it and watch it. The final scores from me though are Spider-Man 1, we're giving a 4. Spider-Man 2 is a 5. Spider-Man 3 is a 3. 3 is probably generous as well, but I enjoyed it. But yeah, absolutely. Overall score of 4 out of 5. I think that's a really good score. But it's time to see what this new movie can get. We haven't had a 4th adaptation of a comic book story so far. So I'm really excited to see what we get from this movie. It looks fantastic from the trailers. So all we can do is hope. But you know what it is. Keep on smashing. Have a great day. And I'll see you on the next one.